Hello everyone, good morning all of you. Welcome to you all in today's fourth online lecture of chapter number 1, Building with Bricks. In our previous lecture, we studied about some floor pattern, 2D shape, 3D shapes and mirror halls. Now today we are going to study one of the new topic of your chapter number 1. The name of that topic is unitary method. What is unitary method that we have to study today? Then after some sums regarding unitary method, how we can find out the value of many things from one thing. Then after find out the value of one thing from many things. Let us see. Do you know what is unitary method? Let us see. A unitary method is a method in which you find the value of a unit. A unit means one thing, and then the value of required number of units. In unitary method, first you have to find out the value of one thing, and then after you have to find out the value of many things. For the simplification, always write the things to be calculated on the right hand side. In the unitary method, you have to make two columns, and on the right hand side, what things you want to calculate that you have to write down, and on the left hand side, the things you know that you have to write down on left hand side. In another word, we can say the things we have two times that we have to write on left hand side, and the things we have to find out that we have to write down on right hand side. Find out the price or cost of many things from the cost of one thing. We have to do the multiplication. If we want to find out the many things price from given one thing price, at that time we have to do the multiplication. And if we want to find out the price or the cost of one thing from many things, we have to do division. So in a division, when we have to do the division, when the cost of many things are given, and from that we have to find out the cost of one thing. At that time, we have to do the division. Let us see one example. Here, one thing, the price of one thing I am given, and you have to find out the price of many things. As you know, when we have to find out the cost of many things from one thing, at that time we have to do the multiplication. So see, here I am giving one ball pen to you, and the cost of that pen is rupees 10. From this, you have to find out the cost of 4 ball pens, 4 pens. So the cost of first pen is 10, second is also 10, third is also 10, and fourth is also 10. So we can say here rupees 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 is equal to, we can say here how many times we write down 10? 4 times. So we can say rupees 10 multiplied by 4 is equal to rupees 40. So in this also we are doing the multiplication. The cost of one thing multiplied by how many pens are here? 4 pens are here. So we have to do multiplied by 4. So 10 4s are 40. This concept you already studied in your third standard. Now, in our fourth standard, we have to solve this sum by unitary method. Let us see. Here, as you know already, the cost of one ball pen is rupees 10. From this one ball pen, you have to find out the cost of four ball pens. Now, the things which given, you have to write down left hand side, and the things which you have to find out, that you have to write down the right hand side. So see, here we are, and which thing they were given to us? Pen. They were given to us. That's why you have to write down pen first. And what we have to find out? We have to find out their cost. That's why we have to write down cost on right hand side. Now we can say the cost of one pen is rupees 10. So what is the cost of four pen? Is equal to question mark. Now in a unitary method, you have to do cross multiplication. Cross multiplication means what? The number which written in the cross, you have to do the multiplication of that number. So here we have to do the multiplication of 4 and 10. And the number which is remaining, that you have to write down in the division. So let us see how we can write down this thing. So we can write down like this: 4 multiplied by 10, because this first number right in the cross. So first in the cross you have to do the multiplication. So you have to do the multiply, 4 multiplied by 10, and then you have to do the sign of division, and then you have to write down the remaining number, that is the 1. So you have to write down here 1. Now 4 tens are 40, and 40 divided by 1, your answer is 40 only. Therefore we can say that the cost of 4 pen is rupees 40.
Let us see one example. How we can find out the cost of many things from the cost of one thing. The price of a box of bricks is rupees 500. So here they were given the price of one box. From this one box we have to find out the price of many box. So what is the price of 8 such boxes? The things they were given to us, that we have to write down first. So what they were given to us? Boxes 2 times. That's why we have to write down boxes on left hand side, and the cost of that box we have to write down on right hand side. So the cost of one box is rupees 500. So what is the cost of 8 such boxes? Question mark. Now in the cross you have to do the multiplication. 8 multiplied by 500, and the number which is remaining, that you have to write down below this multiplication. So 1 you have to write down below the multiplication of 8 and 500. So your answer like this: 8 multiplied by 500 divided by 1. In a 500, 2 0 are there. That's why in the end you have to write down 2 0, and then you have to do the multiply of 8 and 5. 8 5s are 40. So your answer is 4000. And you already studied in your third standard that if any number divided by 1, then your answer is always same. So 4000 divided by 1 is equal to 4000 only. If you do not understand this direct multiplication, then you can use this method in your rough work, and then you have to put the answer. But please be careful, the unit. Here our unit is rupees. It is compulsory to write down the units in unitary method. Either In our question, your unit is rupees. That's why whatever the answer is comes, you have to write down in rupees. Your conclusion statement is, therefore, the price of 8 such boxes is rupees 4,000. Now one another example of unitary method. There are 15 bricks in a box. In a one box, how many bricks are there? 15 bricks are there. How many bricks are there in 15 such boxes? In this question, two things they were given to you. That thing is bricks and boxes. The things which given two times that you have to write down first. So what they were given to you two times? Boxes. That's why you have to write down box first. And what you have to find out? You have to find out bricks. Therefore, on right hand side, you have to write down bricks. So in a one box, how many bricks are there? 15 bricks. So in a 15 box, how many? Question mark. The number which written in the cross, you have to do the multiplication. So you have to do here multiplication of 15 multiplied by 15, and the things, the number which is remaining, that you have to write down in the below this multiplication. So your answer like this, 15 multiplied by 15 divided by 1. And in your rough work, you have to do the multiplication like this, 15 multiplied by 15 is equal to 225. So here your unit is bricks. So whatever the answer, that you have to write down in the bricks. After that number, you have to write down their units. So your unit is bricks. Therefore, there are 225 bricks in 15 such boxes. Now one another example. The price of a brick is rupees 175. Here they were given the price of one brick. The price of one brick is 175. And Rahil purchased 23 such bricks. How many bricks? Rahil purchased 23 bricks. Then how much money he has to pay? So in this, the things they were given to you have to write down first. So what they were given to you? They were given bricks to you. And what you have to find out? You have to find out their cost. So on the right hand side, you have to write down the cost, and on the left hand side, you have to write down bricks. The cost of one bricks is rupees 175. So what is the cost of 23 bricks? The number which written in the cross, you have to do the multiplication, and the number which is remaining, that you have to write down in the division. So your answer is 23 multiplied by 175 divided by 1. You don't know what is the multiply of 23 and 175. So that multiplication like this you have to do in the rough work. And your answer is 4025. 4025. And the unit of our answer is rupees. So you have to write down rupees. Your answer is, he has to pay, otherwise Rahil has to pay rupees 4025. Now, another example, how we can find out the cost of one thing from many things. Let us see. In our previous example, the cost of 4 ball pen is rupees 40, that you know. From this 4 ball pen, you have to find out the cost of 1 ball pen. And the cost of 1 ball pen is rupees 10. You know that. But how this rupees 10 comes? By the division. So here we can say that the cost of 4 ball pen is rupees 40, and this 40 divided by how many ball pens are there? 4 ball pens are there. Therefore 40 divided by 4. So your answer is rupees 10. Let us see one another method to find out the value of one ball pen. As you know already, here 4 ball pens and you have to find out the value of one ball pen. With the help of unitary method, we have to solve this sum. The things given two times that you have to write down on left hand side. So pen they were given and the cost of that pen is rupees 40. So the cost of 4 pen is rupees 40. So what is the cost of one ball pen is equal to question mark. The number which written in the cross you have to do the multiply. So here you have to do the multiplication of 1 and 40. So 1 multiplied by 40 and the number which is remaining that you have to write down below this multiplication. So it's a 4. So 1 multiplied by 40 upon 4. 40 ones are 40 divided by 4 is equal to 10. So the cost of one ball pen is rupees 10. Let us see some sums solved by the unitary method. If 384 bricks are distributed among the 8 masons, then how many bricks will each mason get? Each means 1. Here they were given the things is masons and bricks. So masons they were given 2 times. That's why we have to write down first number of masons and we have to find out how many bricks. That's why we have to write down left hand side number of bricks. So 8 masons is equal to 384 bricks. So 1 mason is equal to question mark. As per the rule, the number which written in the cross, you have to do the multiplication and the remaining number you have to write down in the division. So, your answer like this. 1 multiplied by 384 divided by 8. And you know already, if any number multiplied by 1, then the answer is same. So 1 multiplied by 384 is equal to 384 and this 384 divided by 8. In your rough work, you have to do the division like this. 384 divided by 8. 8 fours are 32. 38 minus 32 it's a 6. 4 comes down and 8 eights are 64. So 64 minus 64 0. So what is the answer? 48. And what is our unit? Bricks. So our answer is 48 bricks. Therefore, each masons will get 48 bricks. Let us see one another example. If 5025 bricks are divided into 15 equal parts between the masons, how many bricks will be there each masons get? So here number of masons and bricks they were given to you and we have to find out the number of bricks. So we have to write down first number of masons and then number of bricks. 15 masons get 5025 bricks. So how many bricks each mason get? Question mark. So here as per the rule, the number which written in the cross that you have to write down in the multiplication and the number which is remaining that you have to write down in the division. So here we have to do the multiplication of 1 multiplied by 5025 divided by 15. 5025 divided by 15. In your rough work, you have to do the division like this. 15 threes are 45. 50 minus 45 is equal to 5. 2 comes down, so it becomes 52. In the table of 15, there is 15 threes are 45. 52 minus 45, 7. 5 comes down. Then 15 fives are 75. So your answer is 335. Therefore, each masons will get 335 bricks. Let us see one another example. There are 676 bricks in a box. How many rows can be formed if 13 bricks are arranged in each row? Here they were given number of bricks to you and number of rows to you. How many rows are there? 13 rows are there. And in this 13 rows, total number of bricks. The total number of bricks is 676. What you have to find out? You have to find out how many rows can be formed. So, one row is equal to how many bricks? So, the number which return in the cross, you have to do the multiplication. So here you have to do the multiplication of 1 and 676. 1 multiplied by 676, and the number which is remaining, that you have to write down in the divide. So your answer is 1 multiplied by 676 divided by 13. So 676 divided by 13. In a rough work, you have to do the division like this. 13 5s are 65. 67 minus 65, 2. 6 comes down, and then 13 2s are 26. 26 minus 26 is equal to 0. So what is the answer? 52. And the unit of our answer is bricks. That's why you have to write down 52 bricks. Therefore, 52 rows can be formed. I hope you all understand these all topics very nicely and clearly. So please complete your assignment and submit it to me.